It feels pretty healthy for the most part. Yeah, definitely hated for everything that was happening.
How often do you recommend it?
Quarterly.
Okay.
I would say every, excuse me, every 12 to 14 weeks.
Oh yeah, so as fast.
Yeah. It's okay. That's why I'm here. Yeah. So you asked, we talked about hair typing, and you asked if it was common, and we don't talk 4C, 4A, 4Z, blah blah blah, because you can't really put people in a category because first of all we have so many different textures, and the second thing is it's too complicated. So we want to, so you're like more on the fine stranded side, and then you have a rippled surface, and you have like medium density hair. That's all you really need to know. Porosity doesn't really. Porosity does when people. Well, where people need to know about their porosity is when they have a lot of breakage, and they need to know why. And it's very rare for people to have high porosity hair. That's usually due to like some hormonal or health issue, or someone has color treated their hair, chemical treatment, or like straightening blonde, especially when they bleach their hair, right? Or mechanical damage. But it's not common. Yeah, we always want to start with. Well, I'm gonna give you a quick detox treatment. So on every video, I stress shampooing. So when I show people, probably on my last video, you see how I know you wash your hair frequently, but you see how it looks like whipped cream. That's because it has buildup. So it should be really thick and bubbly.
Okay.
I'm sorry, thick and lather. I mean, I'm thick and fluffy. So I never focus on the scalp initially. I focus on the hair because the hair takes longer to open the cuticle and to clean and get it prepared for your styling.
And what's your so you just wash until you see what you need to see, pretty much.
Yeah, yep, and I'll show you. See, this side doesn't even want to lather. I should give you the mirror. You see how that's more runny? Sometimes when are you right-handed? So a lot of times people start with, so people start with their opposite. I start with my right side. So you'll start with your left. Most of your product goes on this side.
Okay.
That happens to everybody. It's just something I observe. So that's why, look how runny it is compared to the other side. And people don't start from the back, they start from the front. So this one is barely lathering. This lathered a little bit more. This lathered better.
And what do the detox do?
That's the insulin treatment. So I'm just gonna strip whatever buildups on your hair. And your clarifying shampoos, the ones I recommended, that'll take care of that for you at home. And then I'll just see where you're at when you come in. Okay. But I know you came out of braids and everything. I'm gonna try to come on for all the parts, but we're just shampooing. Not just because people think shampooing is not important. People try to co-wash. Then they're like, "Oh my God, how come my hair looks like this? Doesn't look like YouTube." Because that's YouTube hair. We don't have YouTube hair. That thick, coarse, that the curls just come.
I know that we talked about this before, but just to bring it back up.
Yeah, you can.
For detoxing, you don't do that how often do you do that?
You will be doing that. They say if you're wearing your wash and go, you'll use the one shampoo, maybe like a real good detox at home.
Mm-hmm.
You'll do that maybe every 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
But because most of us have hard water, that kind of acts as a detox too. Your hard water of the shampoo. That. And then I use it every week, honestly, because it's not harsh and it does the job. Then I follow up with the hydrated shampoo.
That's a new brush.
Yeah, it's just a shampoo scrubber.
Oh, okay.
So I have this on my Amazon storefront, and then I'm gonna scrub this scalp too. Mm-hmm. So I have this on the Amazon storefront, and I think 6 to 8 come in a pack. Okay.
Is it easy to use when you're doing your own?
Oh yeah, yep, I use it, and it feels good too. You know when somebody else does it,
right.
But then when you go to do it, it doesn't feel as good. It still will feel good when you do it.
It's easier to hold than the brush. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like the brush. Like I prefer the brush, but since you're coming out of braids, so you have your hair's a little more dry, and you have more tangles. That's why I'm using this. It kind of gets those micro tangles out, especially when people are super duper dehydrated. You're not super dehydrated. Yeah, this is just in salon. That's another thing people don't do enough. They don't use clarifying shampoo because people are concerned about sulfate. Mm-hmm. They're less harsh, so our surfactants are less harsh than they used to be, and we need them, especially because we use heavier products to take care of our hair. And I think I always mention this, but I think that's what happened with Diva Curl. I don't think it was the product. I think it was the user and the technique, because they were told to use no poo, then leave a little conditioner in, and they were doing that on repeat without ever washing their hair completely. See how your hair is a little more drier hair than over here? Because you put more product over there. Especially if you're using more heavier products, because you've only come twice before, right? About?
No, I think I don't know how many times. A couple times. I was coming like every 3 weeks.
Okay. Probably like 3 or 4 times, though, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But then you went back in the braids, so whatever they might have put in your hair too.
Yep.
It's like you're on this like health regimen. I'm going to the gym. You see, you lose that first 20 pounds, and you're like,
Okay.
you know what? It's summertime. Let me. Then you kind of have to hit restart, even though you weren't where you started.
Right, right.
So that's like hair care. It's a commitment. It doesn't take a lot though. I mean, I feel like working out takes a lot.
But I think like working out, once you know what to do, you know what
That's
to do.
it. Yep. I'm taking swim lessons.
Nice. How's it going?
It's going. I mean, there's things that I knew. We're on the beginning anyway, but my knee popped. So I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm like, what is this?
This is probably good for your knee.
Yeah. But I wanted to take it so I could just go to the gym and reserve the lap time. Just mix up the workout.
Right. Keep it fun.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get a lot of shedding either. That was pretty good. You said you kind of detangled this morning, or you just took your break?
Well,
yeah.
No, I did. I took them out probably like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. No, this isn't bad though. That's normal. So we kind of haphazardly use the shampoo. So that was cleanse one. We'll probably use like 3 to 4.
Okay.
See the difference in the lather? Mm-hmm. Sorry, lather all over the place.
So this one is more for the scalp.
Yeah, for everything. No, it's for everything. We just wanted to open the cuticle the first time. It's like washing the walls before you paint them. First, let's take some of the crud marks off. Then let's wash the walls. Then wipe it with alcohol. Oh, all the steps. But the more frequently you do this, the less you have to do. I'm gonna put you in the mister today.
Okay. With the conditioner?
Yeah. And I can feel how dehydrated your hair, because even though it's wet and the water penetrated, there's like a hesitation. There's a little traction in there. We want it to be smooth like butter. Look how easy that shampoo went on.
just mostly the root that you're doing, or you're doing all the
No,
way down?
I'm going
Okay.
all the way down.
All right.
When I'm scrubbing mostly at the root. But then you want to kind of milk and emulsify the shampoo into your hair. And this motion helps to detangle as well. So for people that are watching, some people like to pre-detangle and do a hot oil treatment and all that. I'm like, you're just making more work for yourself. Because how you getting that oil out of there? We need emollients, but it should be formulated in the conditioner and some of your stylists, depending on what you're doing with your hair.
And a good conditioner.
So that's an indication on hydrated hair. So when people look at their hair and feel it, it might look dry, but it's how it performs in water. You see, you weren't getting curl initially. So it's getting there. So what were you saying?
A good conditioner could act as like a hot oil treatment, though, right, on your hair?
We don't need hot oil treatment. So it's like we have to get that out of our vocabulary. Because it's like we just gonna do what we've been doing for the last 30 years. And we don't have the hair we had 30 years ago. You notice that? It's like because we're not doing the same thing environmentally. Our diets are different. Mm-hmm. We're definitely doing different things to our hair. I think diet plays a huge part. And people were using oils and butters, they were not using butters, but they were using oils and pomades to keep the hair straight. Mm-hmm. So it was not moisturizing. It felt soft, but it was lending lubrication and pliability and preventing moisture from going in the hair. Because our mothers were like, don't even mess up your hair. Right. Like, I did that press at the stove, and it needs to last like 3 weeks. But go ahead, the opposite.
The opposite of what we think. We think that it keeps it
because it feels the same.
Yeah.
It'll feel the same. It feels good going on dry hair, but once you put it, once you wet your hair with oil in it, there's a lot. It tangles. It feels sticky like Velcro.
Good to know.
I think I need to go through and do chapters on this. That is helpful. When I watch YouTube videos, when people have they're like, at minute 5, they're talking about this. I'm like, I need to go through that.
There's a lot of myths.
Oh yeah.
About our hair.
Mhm. It's like
that we wouldn't know that is not.
We just have to do the opposite of what we've been doing.
Right.
Like, don't do that. Do the opposite. I'm like, how crazy is that? I'm like, a whole big bottle. I don't know. Oh, here it is in front of my face. So that was shampoo 3. This is 4. You don't have to do 4. You can do the 3. Now I'm using a hard water shampoo.
And we do the hard water.
So we do have and most of the U.S. has hard water. I have kits on the website too, like those little boxes up there. Mm-hmm. So if you have mineral deposits in your hair, you ever have? Where do you live?
Go.
Oh, you're on the other side, aren't you? Ooh, you need to definitely.
They definitely have hard water.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, the other side of the river, you definitely have to use it. You can use it every week. So what it does, your hair feel hard sometimes, and or in your skin, or like your shower curtain has that pink on it, or there's like water or stains. That's hard water. So it's depositing minerals in your hair, and it's just making it really hard. A lot of times people think it's conditioner, but it's actually your foundation, your shampoo, your hard water. Look at your hair right now. And not people don't spend, yeah, and people don't spend, and that's before moisturizing shampoo too. People don't spend enough time on their cleanse. Do I spend this much time on my cleanse? No. Do as I say, not as I do. Like I know how to get me there. That's what it is. That's the point. I don't. Does the audio is echoing in the sink bowl? The amount of washes really depends on your hair conditioning. Condition. We're doing like 5 because she came out of braid. I should have my mic on too. I'm like, I can't set up all that. It plugs into the phone, then I wear it.
Oh, okay. What was last minute?
Yeah. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to plug it in, but I'm like, is it right? You know. So you see how like it looks like foam, not that foam, but it takes a minute for the water to seem like it's rinsed out. I think that has something to do with hard water. Let me have you sit up a little straighter. Okay, thank you. Because I don't want to get your front foot. Let me have you lean back too. Are you comfortable? So your hair, it looks darker too. Does it feel heavy too? Like feel your hair.
A little bit.
So I addressed that in the beginning about why I'm using so many washes. I actually just said it a couple seconds ago. She just came out of braids, and every cleanse is different than the last. We're looking for a big fluffy lather, and it sets your foundation. If there's still buildup on your hair when you go to style your hair, did you used to do the scratch test on your scalp? Like, ooh, I think it's clean.
Oh,
it's because we were using it wrong.
Yeah.
We were using hydrating cleansers and not like a good clarifying shampoo. So now we're using a moisturizing shampoo. We would not have gotten that curl if we stopped at the second wash. Part. What's that? My favorite part. Oh, yeah. Like, we ain't skipping that off. So why I did that? It's just a scalp massage and it helps with exfoliation. It can help with circulation, but you would have to do that over time. Like every time you wash your hair, use a scalp massager. And there's some in my Amazon storefront. Not that though. That's a pro grade. All right, let me have you hold your head back a little bit. Okay, so I did not focus on detangling at all. Nah. You saw my hand? I was like.
What is this?
A different conditioner. Oh yeah, like that one. Okay. But we're not gonna use that. We're gonna use a mask today. I know I felt something. So I don't start from. You start from the end.
Me?
Yeah. You start. Okay, good. I mean, you don't. You can, but you know how people are told start from the end. So I don't start from the end. Let me make sure you guys can see this. I don't start from the end because let me do this first. Because say if her hair ended right here, we still have the hair. This hair doesn't reach up there, and then there's shorter hair. There's all random length. So what I like to do, I like to gather everything, then detangle. That way you're not wasting time like you're doing this. That just takes too long. As long as you're doing it at the conditioner phase and you're using the right conditioner. So I'm adding a little bit of water. This is where you want to keep the hair, the wetter the better, not during styling. Because the hair you're just diluting your product. So everything we did prior to this, all the 5 washes that we did, it allowed it for me to run through a little smoother. That's the Felicia Leatherwood brush. I have some still in stock, and it comes with the Cool Cozy. You use your Cool Cozy when you have your hair out? I know you've been on.
I gotta get a new one today. I haven't been wearing it with the braids, of course.
Right.
And I seen that you got caps for swimming.
Yeah. Mhm. I had mine on wrong the other day, so my hair got wet. But the first lesson, it did not. It did get wet. Yep, it's in the beach bundle now.
Okay.
I'm like, let me move them beach bundles. We're gonna put a pop of protein on top since you're wearing braids.
Mhm.
You don't need it all the time.
And what do that do?
So when the hair starts feeling a little limp and soggy, you'll feel it though. It's rare, but my hair has felt like that, where it was like over moisturized. You know how they say protein moisture balance?
Mhm.
That's when people need to use protein, and not all the time. If they use it all the time, the hair is just gonna be hard. Your hair tells you what it needs. Always start with the shampoo and then move on to conditioner. If it's kind of limp, then it's like, okay, let me put a little protein in. But if it's real hard and it still feels dehydrated, you just need a moisturizing. Well, conditioner is moisturizing, but you don't need protein. So your hair wants to drink that. I can feel how dry it is on my hand. Yeah, see how dry it is right there? Look at that. It's like I've drunk that water. I've drunk the water. No, the conditioner. Yeah, you definitely need to go under today for cocktailing. You need a couple of drinks.
5 days for my hair.
Mhm. So although we see white, we should not see like a white chalky film in her hair while it's conditioning. That means it's just gonna sit on top and it's the wrong conditioner.
Okay.
Usually you see that when people have dehydrated hair and they're using like heavy oil laden conditioners. So we need fatty alcohols like what is it? You have stearic acid, cetearyl alcohol, something with BEH, betramonium or something. And then there's another one. But if it has alcohol after the name of it, I'm sorry, after the formulation, it's a moisturizing alcohol, fatty alcohol.
And that's what you're recommending.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about it because you know what you're you know what you're supposed to use. Yeah, we have to make it simple for people. You know how they say hyaluronic acid now for face care. I'm like, what is that? Just tell me what to use. I don't need to know what you're using in the formulation. All right, she's gonna go under the mister, and I'll come back when I style her hair. Okay, bye. I think. Okay, bye.